Business 101 teaches that profitability is the lifeblood of every business. As a business professional, it is our responsibility to generate revenues and to control costs with the desired outcome to have revenues exceed costs, therefore incurring a profit. Profit is a great thing. It adds cash to the coffers to give you breathing room if you face unprofitable times. It provides funding for growth and development. It builds your reputation to be able to run a successful operation. The more profit you generate, the healthier your operation will be. And in the long run, the more attractive and valuable your business will be. Your ability to grow the business and attract capital investments will greatly improve. And the more respected you are as a business person. What I find amazing is that 90% of all restaurant operations that I have visited and assessed leave money on the table. They miss opportunities to drive revenues to a higher level. They don't control their costs efficiently, which eat away at their profits. And worst of all, they send their customers to their competition. There are a lot of reasons that this happens, but the number one reason is because the management and staff don't know any better. The policies and procedures guiding the operations are old, antiquated, or just don't make sense. The reason they do what they do is because that is the way they've always done it. The fact of the matter is, if you are doing the same thing today as you were yesterday, you are falling behind. The number one way to drive revenues is to provide a great product and a great service to create a higher value. I'm not saying you need to give huge portions at a low cost. What I am saying is that you need to provide a product and service that represents a greater value than what your competition is doing. You need to underpromise and over-deliver. You shouldn't be as concerned with the sale you are generating today, but the sales you will generate tomorrow with return guests and new visitors turned onto your restaurant by the thrilled customers leaving your restaurant today. The number one way to control costs is to drive sales. You need to be responsible. You need to understand food and product costs, labor controls, and how to minimize your controllable costs. But after that's accomplished, generally speaking, each additional dollar in sales will drop 65 cents to the bottom line. The reason that big corporate chains are successful and continue to proliferate is because they are successful at establishing cost controls and maximizing revenues. They give their guests more than they want at a price that they are willing to pay. They understand what Steve Jobs, president and founder of Apple Computers, meant when he said, "It is not up to the customer to know what they want. Once they know what they want, and we get around to giving it to them, they want something else." The most successful operations give their guests what they want and a little bit more. This little bit more can be a little additional product or an elevated level of service or both. In my experience, most owners and operators find it very difficult to be totally objective when looking at their operations. Yes, they know their business intimately. They understand where every dollar comes from and where it goes. They know how important it is to keep current, but when it comes to innovation and staying current with the times, they don't have the knowledge and or support to create and implement the necessary changes. This is where cynosure Hospitality Solutions enters the picture. cynosure Hospitality Solutions is a food service training and consulting company. Our expertise is in our ability to determine the specific areas of opportunities that will maximize your revenues and control your costs in order to achieve a higher level of profitability. We offer a totally objective, point-by-point view of your existing operation, pinpoint what you are doing exceptionally well, and highlight areas that will benefit your profitability. cynosure then works with you to train your managers and staff to consistently achieve these new levels of performance and to provide a guest experience that maximizes the value perception that your guest leaves your restaurant with. Our goal is to transform your guests into promoters of your restaurant. We are so anxious to hear from you that we are willing to make the initial investment and at no cost or obligation to you, come to meet and learn about your operation and concerns. We want to hear about where you're at, how you got here, and where you want to go. We are here to help you to get to the next step. Remember, Yesterday's excellence is today's standard and will be tomorrow's obsolescence. Don't become obsolete. Let us help you transform from today's standard to tomorrow's excellence. Thank you.